All right, guys, what's going on? I wanted to upload a video. This is some clips from our hunt that we had on the 14th. All week long, we had pretty bad wind, super high winds. I'm talking, 15 to 25 mile an hour sustained winds with up to 40 mile an hour gusts. I don't know if you can see through the window here, but it is pretty bad out there right now. We've probably gotten about 3 inches of snow this morning and just crazy winds. So the 14th was the first day that we had in the forecast that actually looked pretty promising. So on the 14th, we actually had winds kind of starting from the south, southeast, and then they ended up kind of switching partway through the night. We were having more of a straight east, maybe even a little bit of northeast wind. So myself and my buddy JR, we decided to get out and make the most of it. He wasn't able to get over until about 10 o'clock at night. But right before he came over, he was sitting on the couch with his baby and got a notification from Tacticam that there was a deer running through the back of his field. And he ran upstairs. I guess he had a feeling there was a dog back there, put the baby in the pack and play, ran to the second floor, opened his window, and sure enough, there was a dog out there about 150 yards away. So he was able to get one down early in the night from a second story man cave room and made it to the house by 10. I want to say we hit 6 or 7 properties and ended up having a 5-dog night and found 2 bonus sheds while we were out there. So here's some clips from that. I'll break down a little bit of what happened at each stand, and I had some pretty good footage of these kill shots. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right, so here's that first stand. We got these dogs coming in from the southwest. His dog ends up making a loop around the pond. If you're on the right, you take right. If you're on the left, you take left. I stopped having a visual of his dog, but when mine finally popped up for a clear shot, I figured his had made it all the way to the other end of the pond. So right here, my dog's going to stop. We do a 3, 2, 1.
Are you good to shoot? 3, 2, 3, 2, 1.
And that's about as good as it gets for doing a 3, 2, 1. My dog ended up spinning around, dropped in that little drainage over there, and his dog was about 115 yards out. So it couldn't have worked out any better. And we're off to the next one. All right, so this is stand number 2. On this stand, when we rolled up, an ambulance drove by, actually made these dogs sound off. We set up to the south here, and the dogs originally popped up due north, and first dog came out about 205 yards. I don't have that on film, but I started calling a little pup distress because they seemed like they were a little bit sketched out, and they circled around us and ended up actually heading to the west. And they went in this neighboring field. We are allowed to hunt that field as well, but we couldn't get them to commit to breaking through this little line of brush you see right here. And with it being almost a 200-yard shot, maybe a little over, I just wasn't confident in trying to push through that brush and, get a kill shot. I'd rather not educate them on a shot and just let them go, and hopefully next time out we can call them back in. But this is another one of those properties that, we almost call dogs in every single time, so it's not worth giving them, that education, and hopefully next time we get out there we can get on them. All right, so this is the last stand of the night that we actually called dogs in. At this stand, it's a south wind, I believe it was at the time. We actually set up on the north end of the field. It was 2 large fields separated by a windrow. So we got on the opposite side of the windrow here, started out with Tony Tebby's Picky Eaters. About 5 or 6 minutes into the stand, we could see both the dogs about 400 yards away in the woods. Only one made their way in, so we kind of made the decision to take whatever dog would come in first. And this is what happened here on the first one.
3, 2, 1.
So I shot this first one. I immediately turned on a little bit of pup distress. which is a great tip. If you ever call a dog in and you know there's a pair, after you shoot that first dog, throw on pup
Where is
distress,
he?
and I'd say 50-60% of the time that second dog will make its way in. JR saw the second
He's
dog
coming
coming
out.
in from the other end of the field
Oh,
here, and he hung up for a second. I thought we were going to shoot him at about 170, 180, but he decided to fully commit, and you'll see him come in on a string right here.
170. You want to shoot him? 170. Oh. As soon as we stop him, shoot.
So he's heading straight for this dog that's already down. JR gives him a little lip squeak right here, and we both shot him. So that's all the clips from this hunt. I'll go ahead and get another video posted of our next one, and subscribe.